There's good. Then there's sticky, sweet, spicy, double your napkins, don't even share with your own best friend. General So Good. Introducing General Soul Sauce for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There you go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work.
Did you know that your garage door is the single biggest object on your home? So if you're looking to add some curb appeal, it's a perfect place to start.
And right now, you can get 12 months same as cash. At Dover & Company, we carry the area's largest selections from top manufacturers. And don't forget to ask about our openers and accessories. We have it all, from battery backup, remotes, keypads, and OHD Anywhere that allows you to control and monitor your garage door from anywhere with your smartphone.
Dover & Company, your hometown garage door company since 1936.
So you're banana bread experts.
At this point. I'm Annie. I'm Morgan. And this is our banker, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. They came in and were looking for financing. They needed some seed money to get the business going.
I was with him when I got the news that we had gotten into our dream retailer. I said, you allowed us to get here.
I live vicariously through all my customers, and this was just incredible. I could share in that victory with them.
It sounds like you made that victory possible.
I had a little something to do with it.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
What makes Snyder Financial unique is that we're a family-run financial advisory firm.
Our clients enjoy working with us because we're a family. We understand family and relationships.
We absolutely find joy in building relationships with our clients.
And we really want to help them feel educated and feel empowered with their planning.
The level of service and commitment that we have to our clients, that's what we put above everything else.
Snyder Financial, a proud sponsor of the Flint City Bucks.
Beat Up Sweet Chili Lime Sauce has 3 perfect ingredients. Sweet, chili, lime. People keep telling us sweet isn't an ingredient. How these wings get sweet then? Introduce a new Sweet Chili Lime for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Every small business has expenses as it grows. Whether you're a farmer, a wedding planner, or anything in between, PFCU can help. With a suite of business services, we can help build your business.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy opening up this March will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Hi, my name is Paul Tinian. I'm with the Michigan Jaguars. I'd like to welcome all of you to Michigan Jaguars Monthly and thank Jonathan for the invitation to be here on MSN. Just want to let everybody know that this will be an inside look at our club, and every month we'll be providing some new hosts and maybe some new guests that we're inviting in to get a better idea of what's going on in and around.
Welcome to Michigan Stars Elite Podcast provided by Michigan Soccer Network. My name is Erwin van Elst. I'm the Director of Coaching for Michigan Stars Elite, and I'm here today with our General Manager, Dan Chun.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
The kind of forgotten pillar, right, of sports, right, where like we always talk about it, we always say that the mental edge is the difference because everyone's, athletic, technical, tactical at a certain level, but we don't actually spend a ton of time on it necessarily, right? So, kind of talk to me about that. Do you feel like, I can see there being huge benefits to all the kids and all the families from a just socialization and collective mental health standpoint with these conversations. And then also a
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I banquet Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
Now Page has it on the outside now, so he'll make his way up on that far side, puts it in for Jackson! Jackson Kraft gives the Highlanders a 1-0 lead. Six-man wall. Rosen stands up, far post, and that is in! Luke Rosen! Just when you think it couldn't get any better. Because Rosen will step up and he'll bury it right down the middle. But here comes the kick as Rosen steps up. And that's 1-0, and shot is buried. Last week, and he do it again right now. And Colton James buried against Hildebrand. Element steps up, and Hildebrand makes the save. Hildebrand, and that goes past Hildebrand to his left. Hildebrand, Hall puts it up. And either way, the ball is saved by Kuhn, and the Highlanders are going to win this game. There we go. So the Troy Colts will fall here 4-3.
This is the epitome of what playoffs looks like. Been a part of it a long time, had a couple games like this, but this one's special. We had to go deep into our bench. Some guys hadn't played in a long time, got out there. Some guys were ready to take kicks that hadn't even practiced. They weren't a part of the rotation. They had a lot of injuries in this one creep up. So I'm just proud of these guys. It's all them.
Back to Beatrial. He'll take a shot and he'll bear it! And then he'll fire it from Billows and it'll go in! Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one and that's gonna go in! Oh, and both goals so far. He'll fire one and that's a wonderful save, opportunity. That's missed. Oh, it's Stone! And he'll fire one now from distance and that is in! What a strike by Ben Maher! Hello, everybody, and welcome here once again into high school soccer season. We're live tonight from Rochester Adams High School as the reigning Division I state champions welcome in Lake Orion in a crossover OA matchup. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dan Stickrap, my name's Jonathan Turner. And Dan, we're excited here to open up the fall high school season.
Yeah, fall sports came up quick. In today's era, there's not much of a summer. These kids, they don't have much of a break. They're out and about playing their sports all summer, and tryouts just started last week. 10 days later, season opener around the state. We'll see a lot of great matchups here the first 3 or 4 days of the season, and some teams will actually engage in their league play before Labor Day weekend. So it comes up quickly, and the state tournament starts in about 2 months.
Well, that it does, and we are excited here once again to have you along here for the ride here on this Wednesday evening, August the 16th. Apologize for my voice, just getting over kind of a bit of a cold here, Dan, but will not stop me here tonight as we touch base and talk about Lake Orion. Head coach Chris Kortag in his 5th season at the helm here at Lake Orion, a well-known coach here in the area. Finished last year 9-11-4. They finished 3rd place in the OAA White, and they lost to Adams in districts last year 3-1.
Yeah, no team across the state of Michigan lost more to graduation in Lake Orion. 20 kids exited via graduation. Only have 3 varsity letter winners back from that team that did finish 3rd in the OAA White, so it will be somewhat of a reconstruction job for the Dragons. Chris Kortag has coached at various levels in the Detroit area for over 40 years, so if there's anyone that can remold this team in a hurry, it's Chris Kortag. And of course they have the daunting task of playing one of the 4 defending state champions. Rochester Adams won the Division I title, their 2nd in school history. They bring back about a dozen players, 4 starters, and there's a lot of talent kind of waiting in the wings from last year of kids that are ready to step in and prove themselves worthy of playing in an Adams jersey and playing in the OA this season.
And we'll take a look now here at Rochester Adams, who play in the OAA Red. Last year they finished 3rd in the Red, but won the Division I state championship over Rockford 2-0 out on the west side of the state. Their record last year, 17-1-6. The big one there is the 6 ties. The only loss they had last year, Dan, let's talk about that loss, was to Troy High. Troy High, they beat in that regional semifinal right here on this field. We were here last year. We showed that in the promo. A game in which the Highlanders went up 2-0, and then they ended up falling again, allowing 3 consecutive goals, and then they tied it up. Highlanders did in the second half, and then went into overtime, and the penalty shootout, and that's history from there. But what a phenomenal game it was last year. And that was one of the games that sent them into what we believe was the deciding factor of getting them in the state finals.
Yeah, that kind of was a springboard for them. They were catching fire as the season went on. But I think after that upset, they really believed in themselves. And when we look back at last season, there were 5 teams in the OA Red Division that were ranked. Adams was not ranked in the preseason. They joined the 2nd ranking right after Labor Day and held form, but 5 of the top 8 teams came from the OAA Red Division last year at the end of the regular season. Troy won the league, but Berkeley was very good. Troy Athens was very good. Adams, Clarkston, all these teams were stacked. Troy has a little bit of a rebuilding job as well. They graduated 16 players, but expect Adams to be at the top or near the top. I think the Adams and Clarkston are probably the preseason favorites right now on paper to win the OA Red. I mean, there's a lot of soccer we played. Anything can happen. But Adams, defending state champs, they're going to play with a target in their back. Every time they step on the field the next couple months, people are going to want to knock them down. So we'll see if they're ready. They have some new starters this year. They graduated 7 starters. They lost their goalie to the MLS Next Academy playing with Vardar. But they have 2 very good goalies that are ready to go this year. So they're not going to drop off much in that department. And they're led by Jackson Kraft. The senior was a first-team All-Stater last year. He can play center back. He can play forward. He can score in bunches. He is a dynamic player, and he's one of the players to watch across the state of Michigan this year. He'll lead the way, and they do have a lot of talent, even guys that did not start last year. So expect Adams to open up in the top 10 this season when the rankings are revealed, I believe, this weekend.
And we'll reveal them right here on the Michigan Soccer Network, 8 p.m. from our premier Sports Center studios in Shelby Township. It's 81 degrees here in Rochester Hills, Michigan, and we are just about 15 minutes or so away from the start of this match. When we come back, we'll give you the starting 11s and get ready here for this season opener. The defending Division I state champions Rochester Adams taking on Lake Orion in an OAA crossover match coming up next, right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
There's good. Then there's sticky, sweet, spicy, double your napkins, don't even share with your own best friend. General So Good. Introducing General Soul Sauce for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
What makes Snyder Financial unique is that we're a family-run financial advisory firm.
Our clients enjoy working with us because we're a family. We understand family and relationships.
We absolutely find joy in building relationships with our clients.
And we really want to help them feel educated and feel empowered with their planning.
The level of service and commitment that we have to our clients, that's what we put above everything else.
Snyder Financial, a proud sponsor of the Flint City Bucks.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our Founders Rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Their first uniform. Their first number. Their first teammate. Their first goal. Their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I banquet Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
Beat Up Sweet Chili Lime Sauce has 3 perfect ingredients. Sweet, chili, lime. People keep telling us sweet isn't an ingredient. How these wings get sweet then? Introduce a new Sweet Chili Lime for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There we go.
so cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
I'll get back to work.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back here into Rochester Adams High School. It is high school soccer season. We are just 11 minutes away here, Dan, from the start of the fall 2023 season. And before we get into this broadcast a little further, Dan, let's talk a little bit more about the Michigan Soccer Network. If it's your first time stopping by or haven't been here before, we appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. Like us. Like this video, share this with your friends and family. That way, we can continue to do what we do best, which is call soccer games right here on the network. A big, busy schedule ahead of us this week. We've got a game coming up here on Friday. Our first Madonna University Crusaders matchup coming up Friday at 5 p.m. from Madonna Soccer Complex in Livonia, Michigan. I'm excited to bring that one to you here at 5 p.m. Then on Saturday, we're back out of Flint for their last matchup of the year. Flint City Bucks welcoming in the North York Academy from Toronto. Not Toronto, but Toronto, Canada. It's important to not add that T into Toronto. So Toronto, and that matchup taking place at 7:15 p.m. live right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We'll bring it to you here. Pre-game coverage beginning at 6:45 Eastern on Saturday night. And then Sunday, what do we have? The high school ranking show, Dan. The high school ranking show gets back underway. Week 1 rankings provided by the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association. So that coming up here this Sunday night, live from our Premier Sports Center studios in Shelby Township, Michigan. So a busy week ahead here, Dan.
No rest for the weary. We didn't have much of a summer off. We were broadcasting a lot of amateur and semi-pro games the last couple months. It seems like the girls' high school finals out in East Lansing were about 20 minutes ago, and we're ready to rock and roll with the high school boys season. We got college soccer coming up. A lot of club teams are getting ready to start. Like I said before, the break. Not a lot of breaks when it comes to sports in today's arena.
No, there is not. We are 9 minutes away here from the start of this match. So don't go anywhere. We'll come back here with starting 11s here for both sides and get ready for player announcements, national anthem, and first half kick coming up after this. Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy opening up this March will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our Founders Rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Clubs love Ollie because it helps them manage their club and accelerate the development of their coaches and players. Every soccer club talks about their focus on development, but nobody actually measures it until now. We've developed the capability for every one of your teams to easily capture pro-level game stats in real time using a mobile phone. It's one thing at the end of the day to look up the results for your club, but how valuable would it be for directors to actually see how each team played, How well did a team possess the ball and control the game? How well did they create dangerous chances inside the box? How did your top players perform? And how is each coach improving from week to week? Ollie provides this powerful data through a club dashboard that shows club results and lets you drill down into any game or player. Ollie also includes team and club management that lets you communicate instantly with coaches, parents, and players, and lets directors see every club event so they can easily coordinate visits to matches and training sessions. It's got everything you need in one simple app. Reach out to us to get your club started today.
Every small business has expenses as it grows. Whether you're a farmer, a wedding planner, or anything in between, PFCU can help. With a suite of business services, we can help build your business.
Beat Up Sweet Chili Lime Sauce has 3 perfect ingredients. Sweet, chili, lime. People keep telling us sweet isn't an ingredient. How these wings get sweet then? Introduce a new Sweet Chili Lime for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
Welcome back here into Rochester Adams High School. Tonight's season opener, Fall High School Boys Soccer. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. Excited to bring you another edition of high school soccer right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Rochester Adams, the reigning Division I state champions, welcoming in OAA White crossover Lake Orion into their home here on this Wednesday evening, Dan, and 4 minutes away from kickoff. Thoughts?
It amazes me how quickly this starts.
I know, right?
I mean, I understand I played in the days of T-Rex and Brontosaurus, but it seemed like we had more time to prepare for our season opener, but they started last Monday, fall sports, and boys soccer starts tonight. Already girls golf and boys tennis happening already across the state. Football starts in the next week. I mean, it comes up quickly, and I understand fall teams try to get as much competition as possible in before the Labor Day weekend, because you get into September, it starts getting darker early. It could be 80 one day and 35 the next in September and October. So, but here we go, 2023, just moments away. And we have the pleasure of watching one of the 4 defending MHSAA state champions tonight. The other 3 were Richland Gull Lake, Holland Christian, and Muskegon Western Michigan Christian. And I've been busy, Jonathan, talking to a lot of coaches around the state here the last week and a half. Going to put together our preview extravaganza here in a couple weeks, early September, and kind of talk about soccer on all points across the lower and upper peninsulas. Over 500 teams suiting up this fall. It's amazing that the growth of the sport just keeps continuing across the Great Lakes state.
No, it's amazing. Let's take a look here at the starting 11s here for both these sides. Starting with Lake Orion, in goal, Brendan Zale, the sophomore, William Farmer, Andrew Feinstrom, Austin Negri, William Jekyll, Calvin Mays, Ezekiel Vargas, Matthew Toffolo, William Kepler, Joey Gatan, and Broden Janzerak is the starting 11 for the Lake Orion Dragons. And for the Highlanders, in goal, Reed Dennis. You've got Nico Efthevalistis. You've got Jackson Kraft. You've got Brian Morishidi, Anthony Page, Brendan Duff. You've got Colton James, Nick Hopkins, the captain, Brian Yu, Max Kraft, and Henry Hall, all in the 11 here tonight for Rochester Adams and the Highlanders. So there's a look at your starting 11s here as we're just about a minute and a half from getting things underway here at Rochester Adams High School. Again, Division I state champions, Rochester Adams. They won last year 2-0 over Rockford in the state finals. Their second state championship, the first one back in 1999, was on the boys' side.
And that was a loaded team with 18 seniors and a lot of underclassmen that went on to play Division I college soccer. That team was stacked for a few years there, and Adams is back as one of the best teams in the state.
That's right. We're going to go ahead and pass this off to the public address announcer here at Rochester Adams High School. He'll take over the player announcements, national anthem. We'll be back here to get ready for the kickoff at the end of the national anthem.
Toward the field or each other, unable to cooperate, you will be asked to leave the stadium immediately. Remember, nothing beats a good sportsmanship. And now announcing the lineup for Lake Orion varsity soccer squad, starting with head coach Chris Corteg and assistant coach Jason Wise. Starting with 0, Ryan Butt. Number 1, Brendan Zale. Number 3, J.P. Piccirilli. Number 4, Will Farmer. Number 7, Drew Pinstrom. Number 8, Austin Negri. Number 9, Will Kiko. Number 10, Calvin Myers. Number 11, Ezekiel Vargas. Number 12, Mao Silva. Number 13, Andrew Hitinian. Number 14, Matias Molina Loza. Number 15, Matt Toffolo. Number 17, Billy Kepler. Number 19, Denise Redzep. Number 20, Nico Lasso. Number 21, Luke Wilson. 22, Jack Verlinden. Number 23, Luke Brown. Number 24, Evan Kelly. Number 25, Joey Gatan. And number 27, Broden Janzarek. And now, your 2022 state champions, Adam Highlanders. Number 0, Sam Beach, goalkeeper. Number 1, Reed Dennis, goalkeeper. Number 2, Nico F.B. Bulidis. Number 3, Sam Buccelli. Number 4, Jackson Kraft. Number 5, Sawyer Hazard. Number 6, Ryan Murachati. Number 7, Anthony Page. Number 8, Brendan Duff. Number 9, Oliver Youngman. Number 10, Botan James. Number 11, Vince Vicari. Number 12, Ryan Tabador. Number 13, Nick Hopkins. Number 14, Brady Abragna. Number 15, Ryan Yu. Number 16, Chase Blackmore. number 17, Bong Song Koo. Number 18, Carlos Carrillo. Number 19, Max Kraft. Number 20, Nick Tomzak. And number 21, Henry Hall. And let's not forget 2022 Coach of the Year, Josh Hickey, with assistant coaches Brian Fitzgerald, Kit Pitchell, and Dustin Coleman. Now if I could have everybody turn and face the north end zone for the flag, and gentlemen, if you could please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Moments away from the start of this fall season. Dan, get your predictions in. If you're for the first time joining us right now in our comments section on YouTube, you can get your, what you think's going to happen here tonight, your predictions in. Right now, there are a total of 6 votes in. 67% of you say Rochester Adams comes away with the victory here tonight. 17% say Lake Orion. 17% say it's a draw. So we will know more here soon, Dan, when this game comes to an end.
Just moments away. Be interested to see how Lake Orion handles this again. Only 3 returning letter winners off last year's roster. But they did pick up a good newcomer. Ezekiel Bargish, attacking midfielder, senior, played with Vardar Academy the last couple of years. He might be exactly what the doctor ordered, an experienced player stepping in to help lead the Dragons' attack. And Drew Finstrom, Austin Negri, and Calvin Mace are your only 3 returning letter winners for Lake Orion. Adams is a little more fortunate. They did lose, again, their goalkeeper, first-team All-Stater John Kuhn is playing the MLS waters this fall, but they have 2 very good goalies on the roster this year with junior Reed Dennis and freshman Sam Beach. But they do have 4 starters back, Jonathan, from that state championship. Jackson Kraft, Anthony Page, Colton Janes, Nick Hopkins, a very solid core, and a lot of other players that are going to fit in just nicely.
That they will. We're underway here from Rochester Adams High School as the Highlanders welcoming Lake Orion. It's an OAA crossover match. The Highlanders in the red, Lake Orion Dragons in the white. Speaking of white, Dragons and the all-white kids going left to right on your screen, and going right to left in the brown and white kits, the Rochester Adams Highlanders. It's laid back. That's Mays. He's a captain here, senior for Lake Orion. This ball put up, and that one wasn't quite sure if that was a shot or not. That was intended there towards the Highlander goal.
I think he was just trying to chip it into the box of the far side and kind of lost direction of it. Just a bit outside.
Sometimes we'll give you credit for a shot. Sometimes we won't. Is Reed Dennis getting his first crack of the afternoon. A junior goalkeeper for the Highlanders. Sam Fish just joined us on Instagram here a couple moments ago. Sam Fisher, one of our camera operators and technical directors here with the Michigan Soccer Network. live right now. I think he's in Ohio, in Toledo, covering bowling tonight, Dan. So.
Yep. The man known as Fish does get around.
Yeah, ball into Kraft. Kraft now inside the 18. Kraft off the right foot, up and over. Good look for Jackson Kraft, looking to find his scoring ways, just like he did here last season.
Yeah, you know, he came into high school 3 years ago as a center back, was very good as a freshman. His sophomore year, he only played in a couple games on the bookend of the season. Adams struggled to a 6-10-3 record 2 years ago. They had a lot of injuries. They were young. But last year they had a lot of players. But the key thing about Jackson is they opted to move him up top. And he actually exploded as an offensive type player. 24 goals, 11 assists. A huge part of their state championship run. He was dynamic. He was first team All-State, also made the All-State Dream Team. And he'll be on a list of 10 or 15 players this season, Mr. Soccer watch list. So expect a lot out of Jackson Kraft, whose father played here 3 decades ago. His dad, John Kraft, was part of the 1993 Adams team that won their first league championship in the school history.
Colton James will throw this one in here deep in Lake Orion territory. It's a good throw right towards the top of the 12, goes back post. And now cleared up here and in, almost into the Lake Orion Dragon bench. Rochester Adams High School here deep in the heart of Rochester Hills, Michigan. Not too far from downtown Rochester. All 3 Rochester schools here within about 5 miles of each other. We've got Rochester High School just down the way here, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. At University in Livernois. And then Stony Creek over at Tinkin and Rochester Road. All 3 teams, 3 schools have been powerhouses in the soccer world here for the OA for a long time. Stony Creek girls soccer team just won the Division I state championship here this spring, so 2 Rochester schools taking home state championships here this spring and fall.
Yeah, what a ride for the Stony Creek girls team. Came out of one of the best districts in the entire state, all 4 divisions combined, and got out of that difficulty and made a run. Captured their 2nd state championship in school history. Again, Adams boys won their 2nd state championship last November. Josh Hickey, 15th year with Rochester Adams, and they've had some very good teams. They were Final Four back in 09, Hickey's first season. They were state runner-up in 2014. Reached the Final Four in 2015, regional finals 2013, and then last year they emerged out of that great OA Red Division of 5 ranked teams and won 6 games at the most important time of the season.
So like all the way back to the goalkeeper, Brendan Zale, and sophomore goalkeeper getting a start here tonight. Chris Korteg in his 5th year at Lake Orion High School. Former Troy High coach a long time ago.
Yeah, when I played in the late 1980s, Jonathan, I believe Korteg was the head men's soccer coach at Eastern Michigan University. Of course, the Eagles do not have men's soccer on their sports list anymore, but Korteg has coached several high schools, many clubs, amateur, semi-pro, college. He's seen it all.
We're going to see Colton James here making a long throw in, the senior. Just one thrown in, another one right in the middle of the 18. Knocked out, and now here come Lake Orion the Dragons. That was Jekyll. And that one is going to be called for a foul. It's only the 2nd foul here of the match. First one here a few moments ago was against Lake Orion. Now this one against the Highlanders. That was Vargas. Good defensive work there on that far side.
You know, the one thing Corteg mentioned here an hour before game time was how is T-Wood is going to handle the physicality of playing varsity soccer. Again, with only 3 guys back, they got virtually a whole new roster. And Adams has a lot of experience, a lot of physical play when he played in the OA Red and the OA White divisions, a lot of great soccer, a lot of future college players. So how they grow up and mature fast, this is some mighty baptism under fire, playing a defending state champ on the opening night of the season with a new roster.
As James puts it on the top, looking for Kraft. Can Kraft get there? He can. Kraft now on the ball inside the 18. Oh, he's going to be tied up. We'll keep playing, says the referee. I can't argue that one. Both players fighting hard there for that position inside the box. As this one will stay on the pitch. And now Colton James has it. He'll go inside the 18. He'll just take a shot far post. And that one goes wide, just past Zale and his outreached arm.
Jane's another key cog from last year's state title team. Uncorking one from a kind of a tough angle, just missed the far post, but early on Adams has had 2 dangerous chances.
So Zale will put this one back in. Comment from John N. Good old Lake Orion in the comments section. Get your comments, keep them coming. Right now there's 7 votes. Rochester Adams in the lead with 71% of your votes here on the YouTube channel. We are only live tonight on YouTube. Brian Yu, and now James. That's Catan, and in comes an opportunity here for Page, and that one is cleared away and out for the first corner of the match here for any team.
Looks like number 8, Brendan Duff, set to take the left-footed corner.
Duff's a junior. Putting this one right in towards Zale, testing him, and Zale punches it away. Right back, though, to Duff. Put right back in the mix, and that one now out here towards midfield, and here come the Dragons on the counter. Well, ball into space. Out comes Reed Dennis, and smartly let that one go out. You talk about soccer IQ. Those are the moments you talk about, Dan, where a goalkeeper or any player for that matter, watching that ball go out like that, letting it go out for a throw-in, the smarter play, because you make a mistake there, that ball's right back in your face.
Yeah, he made the right decision, just kind of letting that trickle out of bounds. But again, in this area, when you have schools that put out varsity rosters with all essentially players that play at various clubs, they're well coached, they understand how to play the game, they make the right decisions.
That they do is just ball up over the top. Kraft will look to run onto this one, smartly cleared away by number 15, Matthew Tofolo. And then put right back in the mix. A little touch pass to goalkeeper Zale. And a diving save defensively to keep that one from going in by the Dragon defender. Heads up play, Dan, because that was earmarked for the goal.
Great effort by Jackson Kraft to have the sense to throw that in the box. Colton James ran in on it. Just not enough pace on the shot. But the Highlanders have been dangerous so far here in the first 11 minutes. Already attempted 5 shots, a pair on target. They've had a corner.
So Farmer will get credited with that save. It went past Brendan Zale from Colton James, and Farmer, just before it got to the line, was able to clear it away. That's Brian Yu, that's tied up. So 2 players getting tied up on that far side. In high school soccer, the clock does count down. We are 29 minutes remaining here in this half, but we count up. We follow real soccer rules. The clock will count down. This ball is played in right there to Reed Dennis, and he'll make the save. And immediately knock this one up over midfield. So that ball actually ended up being a handball on that far side. You could hear the referees here in the stands calling for that. There's about 400 of them or so here tonight, referees here in the stands. Right, Dan?
It's a growing crowd.
This will make its way and just kind of bounce through traffic right into Brendan Zale's hands. You've got a senior goalkeeper in Ryan Bunn on this team, as well as Zale and Corteg elected to choose a sophomore goalkeeper to start here tonight.
Yeah, he talked about Zale in the pregame, said he's grown a few inches since last season. He's vastly improved as a goalkeeper, and he has earned the starting job as of now. Lake Orion plays in the OA White Division. They will still see a lot of very good teams this season.
There's a foul as Nico Eftifilidis goes down. We are live on Instagram Live right now as well, just seeing a behind-the-scenes look at what we're doing. You can follow us at MI Soccer Network on all social media. Put in here by Anthony Page, and that one will go right. Ooh, the ball just kind of bounced there in between. It almost went up and over Zale. Those extra inches matter right now in that moment, Dan.
Could have been dangerous, and it's surprising neither team got ahead on that ball. He just kind of skipped right to the goalie. He kind of reacted late, was able to, corral the ball out of Perril's way, but it could have been a costly mistake for Lake Orion to have that ball skipped a little bit to either side of the goal.
So interesting here in the comments section. It was John N. He goes, "Oh, good old Lake Onion." He meant to say Lake Orion, obviously. So it's got to peel back those layers of the Lake Orion Dragons. You know what I mean? 14 minutes in, 0-0. A beautiful opportunity here just a few moments ago from Colton James that was saved off the line from the center back, Will Farmer. As Kraft will play this backside.
Both these
looking for his brother and Max Kraft.
Yep.
So, go ahead.
Said both these teams in their history have produced Mr. Soccers. Rochester Adams had Ricky Strong back in '99 on that state title team, and 2002 Simone Omakonda got the nod for the Highlanders, and then 2003 Billy Weaver, who went on to have a very good career at Indiana, was Mr. Soccer that fall, 2003. So
I had a chance to play against Simone Omakonda back in the day when I was at Athens. I would say he was a freshman when I was in my senior year. But a phenomenal player. Him and his brother, Paul, played here at Adams as well. They won the state championship back in 1999. That was my senior year.
And they were state runner-up in 2001 as well. Won a district in 2000. And then in 2002, they actually lost in the district final to Rochester. I was not at that game, but that was a classic double overtime 1-0 game.
Hard collision between two Highlanders. Kraft will bring it down. I had a chance to talk with Jackson here before the game, talking about expectations this season. He said they're high, as they should be, as the Division I state champion, reigning state champion. When we talk about this, and when I was in high school, we talked about this quite a bit, about how important it was to understand as a reigning champion how there's going to be an asterisk on the schedule that every team, when they look at you, they're going to want to beat that state champion. That does not. I don't think Lake Orion's lost that focus either. They know who they're playing tonight. But Kraft also talked about playing with his brother. His brother Max Kraft starting tonight here as the right back. Playing with his brother, it's a really cool opportunity for two brothers to become teammates. It's not often you have brothers playing in the same field at the same time, especially at the varsity level.
Very good, very deep freshman class at Rochester Adams. Just three of those players made the varsity roster here to start the season.
It tells you what their other teams are as far as depth as well, because if you're starting a freshman on the varsity side, that means you have some depth at the JVA as well as the varsity level. right? Both these teams, if you look at Rochester Adams, they've got 12 seniors on the roster, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen. On the flip side, the Lake Orion Dragons have 7 seniors, 10 juniors, 4 sophomores, 1 freshman on their roster. So both teams have depth and experience. As you mentioned last year, they graduated 20 seniors. Now you mentioned in regards to Lake Orion. It's a lot of players.
That's a lot of players I knew about. You know, Novi Catholic Central was a Final Four team. They graduated, I believe, 19, and Troy was ranked 1st or 2nd all of last season. Adams upset them in the regional final. They lost 16, I believe. So 3 teams at Oakland County amongst the state leaders for a number of players lost to graduation.
It's crazy to think about. Settled down by the captain, Nick Hopkins. Good crowd here on hand tonight to watch state champions start their season off. All given away, looking over the top for Vargas, and good defensive play. Farmer now has the ball, finds Jekyll. Here comes Page. Ball on the left foot here. Now he'll make his way down the end line. Looks to put this one back across. Lays off for Kraft, and that's a save by Zale. Janzarak now will clear that one away, but then deflect it out off of Jackson Kraft. What a phenomenal opportunity here in the 20th, sorry, not in the 20th, in the 19th minute. And a huge save by Brendan Zale.
Yeah, Rochester Adams has clearly been knocking on that doorstep, unable to convert here in the first 19 minutes and change, but they're definitely creating opportunities. They have a 7-1 total shots edge so far and 4 shots on target. See if they can finally break that plane here in the first half.
It's Page once again looking there on that far side for Kraft, and it's broken up. Continued opportunities here for the Highlanders, just unable to convert here in these first 20 minutes. Baton out wide. Crowd continues to roll in here on this Wednesday evening. Back to the captain and Hopkins. Look around that back line and looking towards Jackson Kraft. That's broken by Farmer. A little foul there by Brian Yu. We're going to go direct, but no one was really there for Lake Orion.
That's one of those things you got to learn on the fly. You just have to be patient sometimes. Lake Orion hasn't been able to generate many chances in this game, but you get a restart near the midfield. They got to be able to, build off that, not, quickly turn the ball over.
All thrown in into the 18. That was headed by Morad Shahi. That one's going to go out here on this near side. See a couple substitutions now coming in here for the Dragons. The next opportunity. This James will almost collide with Catan. Thrown right back in, and that's a good defensive play. So now Finstrom. Highlanders back in the ball with Kraft. Trabador. Right back to Page. Got Brennan Duff. Open middle of the park, a look for Kraft. A 1-2 and broken up, and that might have been a foul, but we'll keep playing, says the referee.
Adams doing a nice job here at times, settling the ball down, playing some nice possession game, getting a lot of different guys involved, some 1, 2, and 3 touch.
A good defensive play by Max Kraft. One back by the Dragons, and a far side and Negri. Throw-in coming up here now for the Highlanders. Sun's starting to set here in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Almost given away. Good poke to this near side to Nick Hopkins. Settled down by Vargas. Something we've seen all night long here from the Dragons is attempting to play over the top and not really having success.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good move by Page, still on his feet. Page now looks a shot, far post, and goes just wide. Wonderful and individual effort there from Page. Unable to convert, Dan.
It's kind of been the story of the first half for Rochester Adams. They have had numerous chances. They just seem to put a lot of their shots just wide of the net or right at the goalkeeper.
Instead of who?
8-1 shots of advantage here in the first 24 minutes. Still no paycheck to cash in. We're still at a 0-0 draw.
I see a couple substitutions. JP Picarelli now in here for the Dragons on the ball right now. A lot of touch. Throw-in coming up here for the Highlanders and Nick Hopkins. Throws that one inside to Page just a moment ago. Dribbled through 3 defenders and put one wide. Oh, good turn on from Finstrom. And still make his way now up over the 30. It looks to go far. Oh, a mistake there by Kraft, but Reed Dennis comes up with it. Something you might expect to see, maybe, that kind of a mistake from a freshman in the lineup. But recovered well. You're going to make mistakes, and it's what you do with them, how you learn from them, right, Dan?
Right. You don't want to let it get to your head too much.
It was James.
When that happens, you have a tendency to make even more mistakes. Or, get frustrated and have fouls, draw some cards.
Trabador will take a shot. That one right to James. Oh, good defensive work from Toffolo. So 15 minutes to go in this first half. 0-0. Ball inside to Vargas. Vargas, so that's good play from the captain in Henry Hall, but almost finds its way into the 18. Back to Vargas. The captain will give and go. Back to Vargas. Oh, Vargas one-on-one. Reed save. Huge save for Reed Dennis and the Highlanders as Vargas had a one-on-one point-blank shot. Smothered here with 14 to play.
Yeah, Reed Dennis did not get a lot of action last season. as a sophomore. He's one of 2 backup goalkeepers behind John Kuhn. Biding his time, and that time has come now. He came with a huge clutch save to keep this at a scoreless draw here. Just over 13 minutes left in the first half.
So someone just asked us our favorite song, Dan, Chicken Mouth. I'm not sure who that is, but favorite song
of all time?
I don't know. Is that all time? Maybe we have to. Chicken Mouse, is that favorite song of all time or favorite song currently? Because I would say my favorite song of all time, one of my top ones, Metallica, Enter the Sandman. It's Kraft will put one up, and that's off the crossbar. My goodness. Opportunities are raining down here in this first half. Tuning in for the first time, this game is not disappointing. Big goalkeeper saves, clutch defensive plays have kept this game scoreless with under 12 and a half to play here in this first half.
Yeah, Jackson Kraft absolutely corralled that ball, uncorked one from outside the 18. Just a couple inches too high, hit smack in the middle of the crossbar, came down. Blake Orion was able to clear the ball out of harm's way, but Kraft is he's creating chances. You can see how what a lethal type player he is.
That you can. His little back heel. He just finds his way to Colton James, and that one is saved by Brendan Zale. By the way, currently, and it cannot be a Taylor Swift song, is what was just said. So.
I personally do not own any Taylor Swift of anything in my catalog.
I don't. I can't say I do either. But I don't have an answer to that question. I don't listen to music anymore. All I do is call games. So I don't. I don't know if I have a favorite song. This Is My Fight Song is a pretty good song. I'm not sure what that's by. Eye of the Tiger. That was always a good song back in the day. Top Guns, all the Top Gun soundtrack. What do you think?
Yeah, he had
basically every Top Gun soundtrack.
I had the original Top Gun soundtrack on cassette in 1986, and Eye of the Tiger, one of the biggest songs in 1982. I do have the 45 and picture sleeve.
I mean, Steve Miller Band, really any song from Steve Miller Band I liked?
Abracadabra would be
Joker.
One of my all-time favorite songs. I used to sing that song over and over again.
I like Joker. Joker's a great song. Right? Tom Petty, Free Fallin'. I mean,
You two look identical.
so yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of songs that I can't go currently off of, but I can say that I historically like. John N said I'd have to say Mac the Knife.
Going back to the 50s, huh?
The Carpenters were on before we got here. So the Carpenters, you know, was in their time, they were in their heyday. They were pretty well known. Any Queen songs you enjoy? Yes.
Karen
Carpenter. Rhapsody.
Yeah, you talked about the Carpenters. Karen Carpenter. You know, they were a huge act in the 70s, and obviously she sadly passed away in the 1980s. But she was actually a very good percussionist. She didn't necessarily play percussion on a lot of her singles and albums, but very well respected as a kind of a rare female percussionist of that era.
That's right. By the way, We Will Rock You, always a great song to go to. We Are the Champions, right? I mean,
that's that's a stadium anthem rock right there.
I know.
Still,
you can't. It plays every time there's a championship.
You know, if you're going to talk about rock and roll part one, Gary Glitter, you still hear that stuff at Detroit Lions games. I mean,
so Red Zip will take this corner here for the Lake Orion Dragons with their first one of the game. Under 10 to play here in this first half. It's not a bad ball. Out comes Reed Dennis, and he'll collect. Ball fall to Kraft. They'll cut inside. See if Jackson Kraft can get crafty. I know that was a little cliche, but
don't talk about my impossible headlines. He's Jackson Kraft is one of the handful of players I've already spoken to here around the state. Going to run some feature stories over the next month, kind of profile some of the better players from all parts of Michigan.
One of the odds-on favorite, I think, at least at the top echelon of the conversation from Mr. Soccer this fall. We saw a number of those players last year, and Richie Ludwig over at Clarkston. We obviously saw it with Pearson over at Catholic Central. He ended up winning it. In your opinion, what is the best cookie of all time? I mean, I'll get back to you in a second. This is when I will deflect out for a corner. You know those, Dan, those cookies are like soft, but they have like the hard-coated sugar topping, like the flavor, hard, like that layer of like that sugar frosting. They sell them at a lot of places, obviously bakeries and whatnot, but that's like a soft, but the hard top.
Like no-bake cookies?
I don't know if they're called no-bake, but they usually have, like, a lot of times they'll do designs on them, like a Halloween, they'll do, like, they'll do pumpkin ones.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
But they are, I love them. They're so good. Because they're hard and they're soft.
There's nothing, I mean, it's hard to beat a really good.
Near side. Oh, that's going to deflect right to Zale. Still inside the 18. Another shot. Zale will come up with it.
Zale came away with 2 saves on that. They're very active in the box.
Saved by goalie Brennan Zale.
Yeah, I mean, also you can't go wrong. I mean, if it's a perfectly warm chocolate chip cookie, I mean, yeah, I don't mind oatmeal raisin. I know there are people out there that don't like oatmeal raisin, but I don't mind a good oatmeal raisin cookie. But I mean, personally, if it's a really hot, chocolate chip cookie with maybe a little bit of ice cream,
We always have a tendency of migrating to somehow
Well,
to
somebody
food.
asked the question. I'm going to answer the question. I mean, good cut back there by Vargas. Now Kraft into Page. Page has had a number of opportunities here tonight. Now Brian Yu. Cut back by Duff. Met by 2 defenders for Orion Dragons and almost wins it back, but goes right to Vargas. Oatmeal raisin is a top 10 tiered cookie. Wow. I'm not sure who makes that opinion, but fine by me, as you're going to see Hopkins. Hopkins on the left foot. He'll look to take a shot. That one's deflected. Hopkins playing left back here tonight.
Hopkins, one of those 4 returning starters for the Highlanders. They're going to expect a lot out of him, kind of holding that back line together.
6 minutes ago here in this first half, Brian Yu. I want to send out a reminder right now. Our Player of the Week nominations go live here today. You can head over to our Michigan Soccer Network website right in the top in our bar. You can select and nominate a player for High School Player of the Week. All nominations due in every Saturday night by 11:59 p.m. We will make the announcement on Sundays of who the player will be voting for, and votes will be open for the entire week. This ball will make its way into the box. Oh, right there, almost dropped to Red Zepp. So now Reed Dennis will collect. Player of the Week nominations go live here today.
And any
player, doesn't matter if we cover the game or not, any player.
Any varsity player at the 500 schools that have soccer across the state are eligible.
Any player.
You could be at a Division I state powerhouse. You could be at a small Division 4 school of 50 kids. Doesn't matter. If you have a player that had an incredible week, having an incredible season, nominate him.
It cuts back. That's James. He's met and stuffed. I think that was Will Farmer once again.
Yeah, James was prepping to unleash a shot there about 15 yards out, and that was quickly stripped from behind.
He'll actually stay down still.
Almost 1,000 points on Tinkin Road out there. That ball was cleared. It's about ready to land in Cleveland here in a second.
So they're going to stop the clock. That's what they do here in high school. As we're in the 36th minute. A lot of questions coming in here tonight on food. I think you guys should have an MSN food truck that would have all your guys' favorite foods. Well, we are taking investment partners to that idea right now if you want. Chicken Mouse.
Well, being in Rochester, right now we're blessed with a couple of incredible places to eat. I mean,
Cruz and Mir right on the road.
Cruz and Mir, their bread is a food group of its own.
Well, their pizza is fantastic.
Yes,
too.
it is. And then,
pizza.
La Pumas. People come to Michigan. they may have not lived here for 30 years, or they may be a famous person in town just for a day or two. People always will end up going to downtown Rochester for La Pumas.
That's right.
Best Coney in Michigan.
No question about that. As we're about to get back underway here, waiting for the center referee to hold the whistle, put this one back in play.
I know, did you see that? I told him, I'm like, John, you had me on Snapchat.
We're back underway here. Rochester Adams High School somehow. I'm not sure. Center referee is having a word there with Josh Hickey. He's not quite sure what's going on. To be fair, either am I. So.
Yeah. We're not privy to the conversation on the far side of the field.
And we would add it in, but I don't know how colorful or not it would be. I guess.
Are you insinuating anyone's using some choice words out there, John?
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just stating facts.
And coming into the game was number 22, Jack Erlinden, and number 9.
So Page plays it back to Max Kraft, and this one's played up that that far side.
So inside 4 minutes, we're still at a 0-0 draw, excuse me. Adams does have a 13-3 shot so far. So it's been mostly Rochester Adams, but they've simply been unable to convert. A lot of point-blank, close-range shots. And
I have a feeling, though, Dan, once they break the
magic seal,
it'll end up being a lot more. It's a shot from distance, that one from Page, and that one's right at Zale.
When you guys end?
Oh, but those two lines in the middle of your screen are not our lines. They are VO cameras right in front of us. It's now Page. Left foot, put this one towards that near post. Zale able to keep that one on the field.
He was trying to sneak a shot into the near post, just not enough real estate between Zale and the goal post, but Adams continues to flurry the Lake Orion net.
That they do is.
And that's kind of surprising because scoring goals for Adams shouldn't be a problem this season. They've got several guys that put up some decent numbers last year. Kraft obviously having an incredible season with 24 goals and 11 helpers, but they have a lot of guys who can finish and still have plenty of time to light up that scoreboard.
Vargas now on the ball here for Lake Orion. Vargas been consistently a dangerous player here tonight for the Dragons. Ball back to him. Now Jekyll to this far post and for Linden. So Max Kraft up. Athletes. Good tackle. Now Vargas. Minute and a half to go in this first half. Now Jekyll. Oh, cuts it back. Give and go possibly. No, now Hopkins will clear this one up towards midfield. Rolling the ball into the box. And Reed Dennis. Sun starting to set here in Oakland County, Michigan. About 30 or so minutes from downtown Detroit. Less construction, 30 minutes. With construction, about 66 minutes. Maybe 80.
Yeah, it took me about an hour and 45 minutes to go from Taylor to Rochester Hills late this afternoon. It was insane. It didn't matter what freeway or side street I went down. There was construction and accidents, and I got on a Woodward trying to avoid I-75. That's a parking lot, and people are already setting up for the Dream Cruise. Tons of people already lining up the streets. guess that the Dream Cruise runs tomorrow through Saturday, so a lot of people coming into the Metro Detroit area for that annual event.
You can't talk about your sophomore year.
That's this weekend, isn't it? I just thought about that. It's brought down by Kraft. Oh, that's a tackle. And that is the end of the first half. Dan, what are your thoughts here?
Well, Rochester Adams did have more the better play. They have far more shots, a lot of great opportunities. Surprisingly, they're just unable to score. If they continue up the pace, I think they will finally break that plane. Lake Orion, at times they settle it down, they knock the ball around, but they have a tendency, some of their players, to start hurrying the play, force some turnovers, and they have had a couple shots. They did have a breakaway snuffed away, and Lake Orion holding on here, a 0-0 draw, and they would love nothing more to get a draw or a win out of this season opener against the defending state champs. So 40 more minutes to go, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Oh, that we will. It's 0-0 here at the half. It is MHSAA Boys High School Soccer season opener. Rochester Adams versus Lake Orion. We're at the halftime break. We'll be back here in 10 minutes.
There's good. Then there's sticky, sweet, spicy, double your napkins, don't even share with your own best friend. General So Good. Introducing General Soul Sauce for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
At Dort Financial Credit Union, we believe in fulfilling our members' dreams and care deeply about supporting our community.
Without amazing partners like Dort Financial Credit Union, we would not be able to do what we do. And that's truly the backbone of our organization, is having those partnerships and community relationships.
From supporting community events to our employee volunteers, we are passionate about giving back to organizations that are important to you and helping make our community a great place to live, work, and play.
What makes Snyder Financial unique is that we're a family-run financial advisory firm.
Our clients enjoy working with us because we're a family. We understand family and relationships.
We absolutely find joy in building relationships with our clients.
And we really want to help them feel educated and feel empowered with their planning.
The level of service and commitment that we have to our clients, that's what we put above everything else.
Snyder Financial, a proud sponsor of the Flint City Bucks.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Their first uniform. Their first number. their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
I work in nursing home, I work in the restaurant, and I own my own food truck. And I banquet Huntington. I used to always look at that sign, come on, own your own home. So one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker. And he didn't tell me, no, it's not possible. He told me anything was possible. And that made me feel good. Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is my banker, Roger. He's awesome. He's a good guy.
Beat Up Sweet Chili Lime Sauce has 3 perfect ingredients. Sweet, chili, lime. People keep telling us sweet isn't an ingredient. How these wings get sweet then? Introducing new Sweet Chili Lime for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, you go. There you go.
So cute. At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work. Oh.
Welcome back here into Rochester Adams High School, and we'll bring you now into our press box. And Dan, talking about this game, and it's the first game of the season. A lot of times, after a long hiatus from playing soccer together, it's hard for these teams to kind of find a way to, success early in the season, right? Maybe those goals that would fall later in the season aren't falling tonight. We've seen a number of opportunities, from Rochester Adams. I think they've had 14 chances so far in this first half. Once goals go in, it might be buckets. We don't know. But, let's talk about this matchup and talk about maybe those finishing pieces that aren't there yet.
Yeah, I think Rochester Adams just wait for those floodgates to open. It's a 14-3 shots edge, 8-3 on frame. They do have a couple corners. They've been dangerous the entire first half. Just a lot of shots right at the goalkeeper or just wide. They did have one. Jackson Kraft did ring one off the crossbar with about 16 minutes left in the first half. So the chances are there. They simply just have to convert. They have to go for the corners. Test Zale a little bit between the pipes. And I think if they can get that first goal, it might open the game up just a little bit.
That's right. We're just 2 minutes or so away here from the start of this second half. We come back here from break. We'll get ready for the second half kickoff. Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn all in just 35 minutes.
Make sure to lock in our Founders Rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Clubs love Ollie because it helps them manage their club and accelerate the development of their coaches and players. Every soccer club talks about their focus on development, but nobody actually measures it until now. We've developed the capability for every one of your teams to easily capture pro-level game stats in real time using a mobile phone. It's one thing at the end of the day to look up the results for your club, but how valuable would it be for directors to actually see how each team played? How well did a team possess the ball and control the game? How well did they create dangerous chances inside the box? How did your top players perform? And how is each coach improving from week to week? Ollie provides this powerful data through a club dashboard that shows club results and lets you drill down.
Welcome back here into Rochester Adams High School. Cutting that commercial short because they're going to get things going here right now, so we want to make sure we brought it right back and started the second half here and got things underway. It's 0-0 here as the ball goes right to Jackson Kraft. Curious what will happen here, Dan, with the adjustments that Josh Hickey, and coaching staff as well as Chris Korteg here made here to start the second half.
Yeah, Adams, I think it's just a matter of simply just finishing their opportunities. The chances are there. They're playing some good possession ball. They're getting a lot of guys involved who are out in the field. And for Lake Orion, they just simply have to find ways to produce more offense. They only had 3 shot attempts. All 3 were on frame, but not a lot of chances for the Dragons in the first 40 minutes. So be a little more patient when they're building the attack. Try not to rush things. And be patient, and good things will come.
It's your first time stopping by. We appreciate you tuning in here on this Wednesday, August 16th. Oops, I did not put our match score bug on the screen, Dan. That's my bad. It's just one is there now, is all out wide on that far side.
Looks like Rochester Adams has another sophomore in the game, Chase Blackmore over there on the left side. Playing a winger.
Ball out on that far side. High school soccer clock does count down. We count up. It's easier actually from a tracking and stat standpoint as well. Always goals counting, 80th minute, 40. It's hard to count. When you're counting down, it's hard. I'm curious why they don't, with the clock counting down, why don't they start at 80 and work the way down then, Dan? You know what I mean? Right? Because you're counting down. Why wouldn't you clock count from the 80 down and go right at half and then boom, right? And then you count from 40 down. Wouldn't that make more sense?
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things about international sports, how they set up the time clock for the sport of soccer. What's even more confusing sometimes is the mindset. You're at the end of regulation, and they'll dump 9 minutes of stoppage time on you at the end of that. It's kind of hard to adjust. Kind of mentally prepare yourself for that. High school and college, at least you have an idea how much time is left. The game officials do keep the official time, but they're pretty much in coordination with the scoreboard. So
that they are this is an opportunity right here for Mays. He puts this one far post. Nobody there for the Dragons, and that's good play by Blackmore, number 16 for the Highlanders. This ball inside the Page, and now here comes a counterattack. It's 2 versus 3. It's now a shot from distance from Page, and this one will go wide. Now, maybe I'm mistaken, but it looks like there's a new goalkeeper in net for Lake Orion. Am I wrong?
Can't see the jersey number from this angle.
It's number 1. Oh, no, is it number 1? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
First corner kick here of the half for Rochester Adams.
So corner, you said corner kick coming up here for Adams.
Brendan Duff's set to take it. Duff was on the roster last year. Didn't get a lot of minutes.
Ball put in back post. Put back in the mix. Kraft right there. Now a touch. That one is not in. Now it goes in, maybe. Bodies everywhere. It still hasn't crossed the line. No acknowledgement from referees. No idea what just happened.
I don't know if we're playing soccer or rugby, but that was definitely a scrum. He had like 9 guys on the goal line rolling around with the ball.
Still have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, you end up calling a foul on Rochester Adams. Bizarre type play.
I mean, Dan, I got a replay of it. We can show it. It's going to be about 9 seconds in length. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but next chance I get, we'll go ahead and put it in. Ball. Now a shot from distance. That one's up and over for Mays. But let's take a look here, Dan, at this scrum inside the 18. So here it is. Look at this. Literally on the goal line. He is trying to. It looks like it crossed the line, but referee did call a foul there. Somehow that didn't go in.
I think the referee wasn't sure what to call because Adams did get a shot off and the goalkeeper knocked it down on the goal line, and all players just started coming into the box and falling down on the ball.
My goodness.
It's one of those things you just don't see very often.
No, you don't. All moving around this back line now. Mentioned we are here live at Rochester Adams High School here in Rochester Hills, Michigan. After the ladies went down there. Senior midfielder here for the Highlanders. And the Highlanders in the brown kits with white shorts here going left to right now on your screen. Lake Orion Dragons. Sorry, yeah, we're going in the white kits going right to left. Cut back by James. Spargus puts us inside, and that one is cleared out by Henry Hall. Not a bad crowd here on hand tonight.
Perfect night for soccer. Temperatures dropped a little bit. Humidity's gone down.
Knocked out wide. That's Jekyll. Now it's cleared away by Blackmore.
Be interested to see some of the results around the state tonight through Saturday. I know there'll be some preseason tournaments on Saturday where you'll play 2 or 3 games in a day. See if there's any surprises, any teams that maybe weren't great on the record last year that have improved a lot. Maybe there'll be an upset or two. Or maybe it will just be the state powerhouses in each division, showing up here the first few days of the season.
No question. Something you want to be careful if you're Rochester Adams. You've on the stats column, you've dominated this match. The last thing that you want to do is allow a Lake Orion team who hasn't had a lot of opportunities to sneak one by you.
Yeah, get a counterattack goal, maybe get a restart, in a dangerous area and put one in. And, if that happens, that will force Rochester Adams' hand, to try to, produce more in the offensive end. Again, they've had 16 shots in this game, 9 on frame, and unable to convert. We've played about just under 50 minutes so far.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes into the second half already. Game is flying. All thrown in, a little back heel. Kraft got ahead on that. And
been a clean game so far. I think there was only 6 fouls combined in the full first half.
Oh, Vargas cuts it back. He'll make his way up this near side. Clean game here so far for both teams. They came to play tonight.
Exact polar opposite of a game we had a chance to call the UPSL National Final Four here a couple weeks ago in the state of Virginia, and I think we had a game of 31 fouls and 11 yellow cards.
It was a lot. Plus a lot of goals too. 9 goals in that game.
Yeah.
Jackson Kraft cuts it back.
That whole tournament, the scoreboard operators were quite busy.
That they were. One thrown in. Kraft looked to chase this one down, cleared up by Mays. Up over midfield, as you'll see, Kapler looked to chase this one down, and out of touch it goes. First time stopping by, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, like us, and share us with your friends and family. Like this game, like this video. Current poll right now going on our YouTube channel. Rochester Adams with majority of your votes. 77% of you say they're going to win. 15% say Lake Orion will win. 8% say it's a draw. 13 total votes here so far. It's Kapler met by Blackmore. Blackmore wins it back. Inside to James. Good defensive play. Duff will play it back. Ball over the top. Kraft now. Cuts it inside. That one, a little toe poke, somehow deflects back post towards James.
Yeah, Kraft just couldn't find the right angle to unleash a shot there. Adams turned the ball over.
And coming into the game for the Highlanders.
Great players have a tendency to step up, especially late in the games. We'll see if Jackson Kraft can pull something out of the hat here. Down to 28 minutes. We're still at a 0-0 draw in this season opener.
It's James. Has the ball, kind of deflects off a couple Dragon defenders, and now Trabador cuts back. That's getting through 2 defenders, including one of them being Jekyll. Blackmore. Page. Still has the ball. Left-footed pass towards Kraft. That one's intercepted and cleared away. Kind of pops up. That one's inside the 18. And Negri and Goff will get ahead on that, but falls at Kapler's feet. Seeing some sloppy play here in this second half. Yeah, came out a little bit more energized. You thought maybe you see something kind of happening there, but just ball go over the top, looking for Kraft. Toffolo right there now. Kraft, one-on-one, Kraft, and that finds the back of the net and breaks the scoreless tie, 1-0.
Goal, Jackson Kraft, Highlanders.
You were talking about someone making something happen. Kraft was served a long ball. was able to break free and beat his defender on the right side, and low shot into the corner of the net. So 17 shot attempt for Rochester Adams. And they finally have a 1-0 advantage with 26-26 left in this contest.
That they do is, I'm going to pull that one back and show you the replay here in a second.
Just trying to figure out who actually served that long ball. It came from quite a distance on the right side.
Dragons let it go long right away.
Saved by goalie Dennis.
Just looking where that ball came from before we play the replay, Dan. But just what Jackson Kraft does best, score goals. We mentioned that. Oh, and he's just taken down there. And this one cleared into the stands. Let's take a look here at the replay. Oh, I guess the yellow card was just issued here. Hang on, I apologize. We'll take a look at the replay now. This is ball over the top. And that was misplay. And honestly, that was not, of all the shots that Jackson's had in that moment and in this game, you know what I mean? Like that was not the prettiest of finishes he's had today. When you read in?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be a thing of beauty. If it crosses the line, it simply counts. I mean, he took one off the crossbar in the first half. He had a couple other shots just wide of the net.
Well, that's a great opportunity! And just like that, 2-0. I'm not sure who got that, Dan. Who got that?
No, I mean, Duff served it. The left, they're off the restart.
Oh, they're saying it was offsides? So they're saying that goal didn't count. So just like that, it's not 2-0. We were deceived.
That was the first offsides for either team on the evening. Kind of a strange call. I mean, he served the perfect ball off the restart to the far side, and looked like it might have been Colton James who was able to get a volley on that, but they said he was a stride offside. So
Kapler we'll take another look here at that free kick here, that offsides. It was Kraft, by the way, they got the goal. Yeah. This ball comes in, that one goes wide out for a corner. So Jackson Kraft was credited with the non-goal.
be that as it may, but you can see just how dangerous Jackson Kraft is. I mean, he got the goal. He was relentlessly working, and unfortunate he was a stride off sides, but you can't leave a player like that open. They eventually will make you pay.
So might play short here. They do. Now Kapler puts this one right at Reed Dennis.
Goalie Reed Dennis.
Oh, I believe that assist, Dan, came from Morad Sheehy, number 6. So Brian Mordechai is the one who got the assist. Now here come the Highlanders and Travador. It's broken up.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how that works out. It wasn't the prettiest of goals. It was a long ball, served about 40 yards. Kraft was able to beat his mark, but he got it into the box and just kind of put a low shot. The goalkeeper was pretty close to the near post, and Kraft was able to sneak it through. I guess we talked about earlier, they've had a lot of better chances in that game, but that's the one that counts the most.
That it does is another free kick opportunity. This time, Duff and Kraft standing over this one. Kraft can't be offside in this situation. Kraft will stand over this one. You see Brennan Zale setting the wall. He'll take a shot from distance, and that one will go wide. I'm looking off to my right, Dan, and I see a lot of smoke coming out from that intersection over there. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Is there maybe an accident down there? Or?
I would assume that, but I just see a ton of smoke. Maybe a Challenger or a Mustang, with some kids getting, putting some tire, some rubber, as they say.
Yeah.
We are near a high school. That doesn't seem unlikely.
There was an accident over by Rochester High, man, way over here, and I was down in Taylor, 75 Eureka area earlier today, and there was an accident down there. A couple cars had a nice little collision.
I mean, to be fair, it could also be a car that needs an oil change.
Maybe someone went out to the Dream Cruise already and was on their way back home and burned a little oil.
Bargas plays it back, and that's Evan Kelly. This one will go out of touch. The smoke now is gone. A lot of comments coming in from Chicken Mouse before the end of the first half. I'm not sure if they disappeared or not, but they're clearly not commenting anymore. Get your comments in. Get your questions in. Ask us questions. We'd like to engage with you, the viewer. It's Fall High School Boys Soccer. It's Brian Yu. Yu now here on this near side. Looks to put that one in. Farmer says, I don't think so, and out for a corner. So another corner kick coming out. I believe this is their fourth corner of the game.
Yeah, second of the second half, fourth overall.
Oh, Chicken Mouse is still there. What Super Mario Brother is better and why? I mean, it's got to be Mario. This ball comes in, back post, and that one sails past that far post. I think that Pedro Duff was looking to maybe put in an Olympico. I've called one of those here recently, Dan.
Kind of bending in the corner of the far post?
It bent in on a corner, and they call that an Olympico.
Olympico. I like the sound of that.
Why Mario? Because it's Mario. Like I'm Mario, Dan's Luigi. Right? So Luigi's my sidekick. Dan's my sidekick. That's why. It's more of a power trip thing for me.
Okay. Whatever makes you feel happy, John.
It's Kraft on the ball. Kraft goes down. Kraft gets back up. Get your votes in. 13 total votes. Best video game. If you best video game.
Well, I'm going to go back to the 1980s. I love the old school video games. I used to love Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, all the original ones from the 80s. I haven't played a video game here in 15, 18 years, to be honest with you. So some of these modern day video games give me a terrible headache.
Oh, back to Bargas, almost. Mordashi was right there. Good cut back from Silva, and he'll go. Oh, sorry, that's not so. That was Mays who went down, and a couple players getting each other's faces here. I want to see that early in the season. But best video game. I mean, I remember Paperboy. The whole point was to ride your bike and throw papers into mailboxes. That was a fun game back in the day.
That was actually really good with Centipede and Millipede.
Super Mario Brothers was a great game, especially the original on Nintendo NES. I mean, it was fantastic.
Came out in like 1987.
But if you had to ask me what my favorite video game right now would be, or like, whatever, it's Fortnite. And I don't think it's a video game. It's Vargas will step up, put this one right into Reed Dennis's hands.
Great opportunity for the Dragons, but
I don't know if
put it right on Dennis. You have to tuck one of those towards the corner, make Dennis work for the save.
But to be fair, I don't even know if Fortnite's considered a video game.
A couple members of our crew are saying otherwise. I've never personally played. I don't really care to, but to each his own. Much rather watch a sports game, to be honest with you, than waste my time on video games.
I play Fortnite at least 3 times a week for 3 hours plus at a time. So that's my way to kind of unwind a little bit, Dan. This ball thrown in. That's a good throw as Page would now try to come down with it. Farmer right there for the Dragons. And that will go out for a goal kick. 16 and a half minutes to go here in this one, 1-0. A 54th minute goal from Jackson Kraft is all the difference in this one. What's my favorite day of the week? What's your favorite day of the week, Dan?
I don't have a traditional 9-to-5 job. I have a job that's all over the map, and then obviously being part of the broadcast crew here at MSN and freelancing, a freelance writer for some places around the state. I just kind of take my time when it's available and try to go out and do something enjoyable. But I don't have a favorite day of the week. I mean, like a lot of people, I will enjoy my Sunday afternoons watching some Lions and enjoyed doing the ranking show here this fall. Again, we talked about that early in the game. The High School Coach Association will send us the preseason top 15 in each of the 4 divisions, and we will count them down here Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we will. I got to start building that show tomorrow. Back in our studio for the first time in almost 4 months.
I haven't been in the studio in quite a while.
My favorite day of the week would be Monday, Dan. It's my day off in most cases. What color is math? What kind of nonsense is that? Is there a color for math?
I don't know. I was told there'd be no math involved in this debate, but
I mean, the only things I remember from colors in math are black and red. Negative colors, negative are red, black is positive. So
that does jar a memory cord, but I've been out of school a hot minute. It's been a while. I don't usually talk about math equations anymore. Unless it's figuring out some stats like goals against average, save percentage, all that stuff, but batting average.
So if you haven't been paying attention to the news recently, a famous movie, big movie that was based off of, they say based off a true story, right? And Michael Orr, who was...
Blindside, yeah.
That Blindside. There's been some news about that in regards to, he thought he was adopted. He was told that he was adopted into the Toohey family in Tennessee, and come to find out he wasn't actually adopted. He was in fact entered into a conservatorship, which gave the Tooheys the ability to do things on his behalf financially. A big story coming out, breaking. I don't know all the details, but yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of things we don't know about.
As a fan of that movie, though,
great movie,
and a fan of the story, really, of Michael Orr, right? A guy that came from nothing and helping hand or not, was able to rise through all that adversity and to play in the highest football league in the land, in the NFL. Did so for almost 9 years. Played for the Baltimore Ravens for many of those years. I think he won a Super Bowl with them.
I believe so, yeah.
So, it's a unbelievable story, but if any of the news coming out is factually true, it's a shame. But either way, phenomenal story. Best movie, not a sports one. That's a good question. That's a really good question, Dan. I like a lot of movies. I'm a huge movie guy.
You have to break that down into categories. I mean, grew up on the Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
I love them.
yeah, yep.
I love the original 3 Lord of the Rings. I mean, horror films, Jaws 1 was incredible. I mean, you just love it.
Oh, look at this ball. Wide open. Out comes Reed Dennis and makes the save. That was Luke Wilson, who the ball was played in from Vargas. Reed Dennis stepping in where John Cood stepped off. Okay, break it down. So not sports movie. That's tough, but I think one of the greatest movies I've ever watched would be Braveheart. And then you got Goodfellas in there.
Goodfellas was a great movie. Yeah.
A shot comes in, and that one in between, but Zale comes up with it. Casino was a good movie, mafia movie, right? Godfather, right?
You know, a movie there's always those movies that you've seen a million times. You'll be channel surfing at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning before you're off to do whatever you're going to do, and you end up sitting there watching a movie you've seen over and over again. But
Die Hard. I feel like that's always on. But I mean, more recent, I think Avatar, that new Avatar movie was fantastic. But that's all CGI, though. Yeah, all CGI. It's tough because every movie nowadays is like it's in fact it's all CGI. It's all of that. I just watched Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer was really well done. Very dramatic, a lot of music that just keeps you kind of involved in the movie. The movies are made different today than they've ever been made. This ball into that seam, looking for James. Oh, that one's shot and saved by Zale. Rebound. My goodness. I think that was Colton James the ball was played into, but he hasn't yet turned around, so I can't tell. It was Colton James on that opportunity. That rebound went right to Jackson Kraft's area, too, so. Now Max Kraft, the freshman, getting involved, keeps going. A little shove down. Referee will blow the whistle, a foul call.
Let's get a little chippy now.
Question was asked, but if you say great movie, and if you count musicals as one of them, Greatest Showman was a really good movie. That was a really good movie.
I mean, what about comedies, though? I mean, Happy
Gilmore. The original Tommy Boy.
I mean, Caddyshack, Revenge of the Nerds, Stripes. I mean, there's a lot of them typically out of the 1980s. Airplane 1 and 2, Naked Gun.
Page will put this one in. It goes right towards Zale, and he's met by contact. Hang on.
Looks like Zale got a little bit of a knee up in the shoulder.
I did not see Barbie, and I have no intention of seeing Barbie.
Yeah, I don't think you could.
Not because I don't think that'd be a good movie. I have no interest in going and watching a movie in a theater called Barbie. Just at home on TV, maybe watch it.
Still want to catch Sound of Freedom.
What's the matter? How did the battery die? Can you go turn the camera? Maybe it's not powered on. Oh, look at this. It's a contact. And so a free kick coming here just outside the 18 now.
Oh, yeah, the movie I was trying to think of, the ones that you've seen 3,000 times, is I watched it in a hotel room early this year, The Fugitive, the early 90s from Harrison Ford. For some reason, I've always loved that movie.
That's a good movie. His Kraft will stand over this one.
So he's about 25, 27 yards out. Does he put one on frame, or does he try to go?
I think he does. This one will go up and over.
And coming into the game for Lake Orion, number 3, JP Picarelli. Number 9, Will Chico. And coming in for Adams, number 2, Nico Anthony Louise.
So under 8 minutes to go here in this second half. Jackson Kraft, lone goal here on the night. Scored in the 54th minute. That's all the difference in this one.
$7:20 left. Seems like this is a fast-moving game.
Because he's not charging the actual trick, he's not charging the circuit tech, the surge. At least other than Kenzie.
Yeah. So Adams shot just over the crossbar. We apologize. We have 2 cameras set up here at the either ends of the Rochester Adams press box. One is currently malfunctioning, so we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. So Rochester Adams, your defending Division I state champion, clinging on to 1-0 lead here. They have control play and dominate the shots category throughout, but just 1 second half goal from Jackson Kraft has been the difference. Evan Kelly's restart. Quickly cleared by Rochester Adams. Just under 6 minutes left here to go here in the season opener.
All played over the top, and Reed Dennis will smother that.
Dennis has not been called upon to make too many saves tonight, just 7 stops between the pipes, but he has stopped a pair of breakaways.
And he has
his first
midfield. Look at that, Dan.
It's done well.
Kraft on the ball. Met by 3 defenders. This ball goes back post, nobody there. I just had a chance to watch that movie Air, which is about the Air Jordans. That's a really well-made movie as well.
Okay.
Ball played in. That one's right to Page, and he'll play to Kraft. Kraft will bring it down. Toss it back to James. He was looking for Page, and that was just a misread. Something I hear about they're making an Uno movie. That seems very, weird. But you know, they just made a movie about what, Pac-Man? No, there was what was the movie? It was Tetris. A movie about Tetris. They made that movie. That was good. Another foul. This one from exactly the same spot we saw one here a few moments ago. Just closer to us.
So we got Adams about 25 yards in front of the goal. They haven't had a lot of success on their restarts. This is another grand opportunity to add an insurance tally here. We're down to 3:40 left, 1-0 advantage for Rochester Adams, and they can tuck one away here in the final minutes. Should likely seal the deal.
This Page will put this one in right at the penalty spot, and that won't be shot. It's blocked. That one cleared up towards that far touch as you will slide over for the Highlanders. Good back heel behind the back. Finds Duff. And Duff will take a shot from about 35 plus yards out.
Ritz-it.
Rochester Adams has a 23-8 shots edge overall. We're down to just under 3 minutes. Still 1-0 Adams. They've had their chances from all shots, all sorts of shots. You know, close range from distance, off restarts, and only able to get the 1 goal.
Oh, Kraft now to James. James back post. 2-0.
With the second goal.
So the top 2 returning goal scorers for Rochester Adams combining on that second goal. 2:36 left. Jackson Kraft set up Colton James, tucked one into the far left post for 2-0 advantage, and just over 2.5 minutes left. That should probably about do it.
That it should is.
Oliver Youngman, number 14, Brayden Adragna, and number 11, Vince Picard.
As Kraft gets credit with the assist on that one, and Colton James gets the goal. Take a look at that replay here in just a moment. Cut back. This one put over midfield.
So just inside 2 minutes. You know, Rochester Adams did have the 14 clean sheets last season. They're about to record one here in their season opener.
Now Page on the ball. Maybe he'll take a shot from distance. Oh, and he's met by contact, and this one might go out for a goal kick, as it does. Take a look at this replay on the goal. Just a well-placed ball there from Colton James.
Go, James!
Minute to go here in this game.
Last minute of the play.
Down by this end line, Farmer tried to shield it out. He does. Oh, it's good work defensively, and Farmer will clear this one away. So 36 seconds to go. This one cleared away.
Yeah, even though we're down inside the final seconds, Adams has the lead. Still continuing the press.
10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us in Adams High School.
Well, Dan, that's a wrap on this one. The Highlanders find a way here in the second half. They get the job done, scoring 2 goals here in the last 30 minutes of this game to come away with a 2-0 win.
Yeah, it was a dominating effort by the Highlanders. They did have to rely on their goalkeeper, Reed Dennis, to make a couple breakaway saves, but they were to cash in on 2 of their 24 shots in the game to come away with a 2-0 victory over Lake Orion. Lake Orion, again, only had 3 varsity players back from their entire roster a year ago. And Adams has about half their roster back, so the more experienced team prevails tonight in the season opener. And Adams will get a chance at another local rivalry. They have Rochester Stony Creek coming up here later this week. Try to look to go to 2-0, but Jackson Kraft, Mr. Soccer candidate, goal and assist tonight. Kind of helped lift the Highlanders out of a little bit of a struggle in the first half. They had tons of shots. They just couldn't seem to put a lot of them on frame, and they were able to convert twice here in the final 40 minutes of play.
that they were. Let's take a look here at some of the highlights here from tonight's match. As that scrum here early in this second half, they don't know how that didn't go in. You got a bunch of players being shoved around there, but nonetheless, it didn't go in, didn't cross the line. And then, this ball from Mordashi over the top for Kraft. And this is what got the Highlanders on the board here to start this second half. And the 54th minute, 1-0. And just phenomenal finish there from Jackson Kraft. And then saw Duff here with this ball. Beautiful ball inside. Kraft, they got a head on it. It was called for being in an offside position. And that was called back. And then the icing on the cake, as they say, Dan, is Colton James puts one back post, and that's what the scoring ended, and the game came to a conclusion here, 2-0 here on this Wednesday evening.
Yeah, again, Adams had a dominating effort from start to finish. We got 24 total shots, 13 on frame, only 2 goals, but they did have the 4 corner kicks. Played some clean soccer, weren't whistled for very many fouls. They didn't have any yellow cards. They just had trouble finishing a lot of these close range shots, and they'll be able to work out those kinks moving forward.
That they will.
Again, there is 4 centerpieces from their state championship team game, our state championship run that started last year. Several guys that came off the bench. They were a very deep team last season. They've got some very quality newcomers kind of stepping into roles this season, but Adams, expect them to be high on that Division I top 15 that will be unveiled here Sunday night at our high school ranking show, 8 p.m., and we'll count them down, the top 15 preseason teams in all 4 MHSAA divisions, presented by the Michigan High School Soccer Coach Association. So.
That's right. We will have that coming to you live on Sunday night from our Premier Sports Center studios in Shelby Township, Michigan. I'll be back out here on Friday afternoon as the Madonna Crusaders take on Bethel University, the reigning national champions in the NAIA, coming up here later this Friday. And then on Saturday, we're back out at Flint as the Flint City Bucks welcome in North York Academy, all the way from Toronto. That game kicks off at 7:15 Eastern. Right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. For Dan Stickrat, my name's Jonathan Turner, and for all of our crew, Ryan Gagnon on camera 1, Nathan on our Zoom, Brianna as our technical director, and as our switch operator. Thank you very much. From all of us here at the Michigan Soccer Network, we want to say thank you. Hit that subscribe button, like us, share us with your friends and family, and like I always say, I'll see you next time for more soccer.